Three Arizona police officers are now on administrative leave over allowing a man to drown just yards away. So now this is according to station Fox 29. So police were called in to handle a possible domestic violence situation. So now, look, this involves an unsheltered couple. One of the people is named Sean Bickings. And unfortunately, he was the man who drowned. And also involved was a 29-year-old woman, basically identifying herself as Bickings' wife. So now both he and his wife disputed the fact that they had made a call. And of course, there didn't appear to be any violence going on. Again, they both seem to be unsheltered, unhoused, homeless people. Okay. So now during the incident, when he's talking with police decided to check his record. While they were running it, Bickings decided to jump into the lake nearby and swim out away from the police. And, well, it turned out that he apparently couldn't swim, couldn't stay afloat, and drown as the officers watched. And, of course, refused to render aid. Now, again, you could ask, why did he run? I don't know. Officers were running his name. Maybe he had a warrant on him. I don't know. I don't know the situation. We don't have those details. However, according to the police, that check had not been completed yet when Bickings decided to slowly climb over a 4-foot metal fence, entered the water. First thing officer said is, hey, no swimming in that lake. You're not allowed to swim. Okay. He swam then about 30 to 40 yards before repeatedly indicating that he was in distress. He soon went under and did not resurface. So, look, I watched a video of the situation leading up to the drowning. And again, I don't think they were being like outwardly hostile. They were, doing questions or doing a normal thing. And then when it got up to the part where he started to drown, well, that's when there was no more video, and they had just left us this transcript. And here's part of that. He says, I'm drowning. An officer replied, this is noted as Officer 2, come back over to the pylon. He said, I can't, followed by inaudible, okay, I'm not jumping in after you, said Officer 1. It was then Bickings' wife started to panic, and an officer had told her, if you don't calm down, I'm going to put you in my car. Yes, because that's, of course, what you tell someone who is freaking out over her husband or whatever drowning right in front of her. Hey, if you don't calm down, I'm going to put you in the back of my car. Instead of, oh, hey, maybe we should do something. Maybe we should go and, I don't know, rescue this person. Like you're kind of supposed to. She continued to beg the police to help him, saying, quote, I'm just distraught because he's drowning right in front of us, and you won't help. The police then claimed, oh, don't worry, we got an officer getting a boat right now. Anytime now. Sean Bickings, unfortunately, ended up drowning, and his body was pulled out later by firefighters. Wait, what happened to the police boat? I thought a boat was coming. Couldn't the cop pull the body out of the boat or out of the lake into the boat? I don't think there was a boat. I don't think they had any intention of risking their lives to save a drowning man. Now, did he put himself there? Obviously. Was it stupid? Of course. Did he deserve to die? No, not at all. That's not a death sentence. You had 3 trained officers out there. I guess maybe they weren't trained in swimming. But not one would even attempt to go out and try to rescue this guy. So, and by the way, after you rescue him, you probably have some probable cause to arrest him for whatever, right? And you know what? I don't think I'd have an argument against that, because at least the guy would be alive. And so, look, this goes to what I've been saying before. The cops aren't actually there to protect you. They're really not. Again, it's one of the biggest fabrications, fictions that have been told to the American people. The police are there to serve and protect you. They're not. They're not legally required to render any aid to anyone. It's according to the Supreme Court. They're there to protect property and enforce the status quo. That's literally what they're there to do. That's why none of these cops, unfortunately, will ever face any actual consequences for refusing to do their job in this case, right? They were following their training, they were following their rules. And so, and look, let me just add, for the police, somebody like Bickings, who was homeless, might have been addicted to drugs, might have had a mental illness. We don't know the details, right? But all of that adds to his life not mattering at all to these police officers. I think there's some serious issues with homelessness, mental illness, and addiction in the United States. There's also some serious issues with the police. If you want to solve any of these issues, you have to do comprehensive approaches. Instead, what we do is that we overfund the police. We continue to underfund social services, things that allow people to get treatment for addiction, to solve the issues of mental illness, or to mitigate them, or treat them, and also we keep people out on the street. And I think situations like this, unfortunately, are the result of this kind of approach. We really do need to do some big comprehensive fixes to these problems, and not just band-aids that will get us nowhere.